I'm a chiropractor, and when I first opened practice, I knew a lot about how to help people, but I didn't know how to market. I hired a coach, and he says, I'm going to teach you marketing 101. We're going to put together your vision, mission, and passion, and then we're going to figure out how to bring in people. So we documented the vision, mission, and purpose. He says, okay, now it's time to bring in customers, bring in patients. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to go to every business within a 5-mile radius of your office. And you're going to walk into that door and you're going to introduce yourself to them. And you're going to listen to them. Then you're going to tell them about yourself. Make sure you have business cards with you. I thought that was an ambitious and a difficult thing, but I dove in and I tried to do it again. And I did it. It was a lot of effort. And guess how many patients I got from that? 0. Absolutely not. It was a lot of effort. It was incredibly inefficient, and it was ineffective. This last summer, our dear brother Rick told us in this room and in Zoom, he said, we need to start investing efforts to grow Chamber Toastmasters. The very first thing I thought was way back to that first year of practice and how much effort it was and how efficient it was and how ineffective it was. And my first thought was, let's not do that. What's the best way to bring people in? Word of mouth. Let's do word of mouth. What we're going to talk about today is, first of all, we're going to entertain 3 questions. We're going to talk about our target audience. Who is our target audience? How do we recognize them out in the community? And how do we inspire them to visit us? We will finish by talking about some suggestions about how we can move forward. Question number 1, how do we recognize our target audience? I suggest we look around the room. Look at the people in this room. I personally am grateful that I do not have to be brilliant, beautiful, and strong like many of you in this room. What I do need is to grow in my communication skills. All of us here know that we need to grow in our communication skills. Everyone here is self-motivated and we want to act. Everyone here is goal-oriented. We know that we have goals that we want to achieve and know how to achieve them. And the last thing that may be a little bit unique to our group is everybody here is beautifully generous. We really want to help people. May I suggest, if you find people that are like that, they would be a good fit for this group. Question number 2, how do we recognize those people out there in our community and in our family and in our friends? Someone who needs to grow in communication may struggle with one-on-one conversations. They may be disorganized in the way that they speak when they're trying to share ideas. It may actually be painful to listen to those people speak. Those are friends that need to grow in their communication skills. How do we recognize somebody that is motivated and willing to act? Have you ever had somebody say to you, boy, I wish I could speak as well as you? That's a good indication that they're motivated and they want to improve. They may actually say, I wish I knew how to share ideas better. Another one is they may say, well, I got to give presentations at my job and I don't do that well. I'm being polite the way I say that. Those are indications that they are self-motivated to act. How do we recognize someone that is generous and wants to help others? They're probably already serving in their community. They may be serving in their church. They may be that person who's always willing to help you. These are some ways that we can actually recognize these people, our target audience. Question number 3, how do we inspire them to come and visit our group? We've all met the slimy salesperson, the person who wants to manipulate others to try to get them to do something that they don't want to do. And nobody likes that slimy salesman, right? Well, let's not do that. We don't want to manipulate people to get them to come in here. I find it best to share our heart, share some personal experience. I find it really well to explain how easy it is to visit. Isn't this awesome? If somebody's somewhere else in the world, for instance, or they work remote, it's wonderful that we have this Zoom option. We make it really easy for people to come here to Charlie's. I love the big parking lot. I love the big room. Describe how easy it is to come and visit. The most effective thing I find is to share my own personal experience, especially what is one thing that I can now do that I wasn't able to do as well before. You, my friends, have really helped me with active listening. I need to listen to patients every single day. And being a counter, being grammarian, being an evaluator, and God forbid, being the general evaluator of this meeting, it forces us to learn how to listen. And then the feedback that you guys would give me after meetings in the one-on-one, that was really powerful. Now I can sit and listen to a patient. I can reflect back to them what I heard them say. And if I didn't get it right, they will correct it. When they're sitting there on that table, they know two things. They know that I care, and they know that I have a clue and that I really want to help them. That's because of a lot of you guys. Now, doesn't that make you kind of want to be a part of this group? Share your own personal experience. Let's finish with some conclusion or some suggestions. What are some suggestions here for now? You're going to get up and leave here. What can you do? Think about people you know, people in your work, people in your family, people in your friends, in your church. Think about them. Find a reason to sit down with them and visit with them. Always be ready to share and to communicate what you gain here. You know how we do these introductions? And when I'm Toastmaster, I demand that you do it in 2 or 3 sentences. You know why I do that? So that when it is time for you to share, you got those 2 or 3 sentences to share. What do you mean? What's this Toastmaster thing? Have those 2 or 3 sentences ready so that you can share that with them. And always be ready to share your heart about something that went really well. In conclusion, we have an amazing family here in Toastmasters. There's a lot of people out there that need us, and we need them. Let's use these marketing 101 ideas, and let's grow our family. Mr. Toastmaster.